So right, we are going to be trying a bit of a ghost hunt today here inside this tunnel. We are going to go quite a bit of a distance in, so it's really dark. It's really creepy, there's no lie, because when you're in there on your own halfway, you've only got a couple of torches and it's really dark. You're just checking all around you to see if anything's actually there. You get that eerie feeling. But it is an interesting place overall for the history once more. But like Gibbet Lane, you may have seen that one. I'm going to try a bit of a ghost hunt similar to that and see if we can actually pick anything up. So let's get into the video and see what we can see and meet you inside Netherton Tunnel itself. So right, here we are inside Netherton Tunnel. I've come a little bit of a way in, but I've not come too far inside yet, so we're going to start off a little bit here. But you see the walls into here, how they've been constructed all the way across. And something really interesting just above me, I think it was the gas lanterns back in the old days. It used to be electric lit at one time, right away to the top. But I think all that evidence of that is further down into the tunnel itself. But let's start here and see what we can actually get. I might try a bit of a K2 meter stuff, see if we can actually get anything at all. Let's give it a go and see what we get. So right, let's begin. If you guys do hear anything at all, like EVPs during the video, anything that I don't pick up, then please drop it into the comments. I felt like I've heard something already. It's just that creepy into here. So right, if there is a spirit here that wants to come forward and communicate with me, would you like to come and make yourself known please by making a noise, coming towards my camera, do anything you like. I've got a meter by me, a green meter. Maybe you could set that up once more if you could please. Just to let us know you are here and you are present with me today. So right, we'll keep our eyes on the K2 meter. If it does go off during this session, then that's going to be so interesting. We'll just keep it rolling and see what actually happens with it. So, if you are here, would you like to come forward to the device in my hands and say something please? Would you be able to make a noise? Maybe a voice? Maybe a voice? Was there anybody murdered inside this tunnel? If there was anybody murdered, then come forward to the device in my hands and say something. So I did read on the internet somewhere something about a police officer being murdered at a tunnel. It says Netherton Tunnel, but I'm not too sure if it possibly could have been the Dudley Tunnel, but it does say this one, so I'm very uncertain with that one. So right, you can either make a knock or a bang if you can. I much appreciate it. What the hell, guys? Tell me you just heard that. This is the same thing what I heard the very before, last time I come with Jules. Not too sure what it could have been, whether it could have been something falling from the ceiling, and hitting the metal railings. That sounded like it was definitely over the other side. But you see all the railing, if I go across very carefully, you can just see all the railing there, what's going across, what's half missing. That was really spooky. I heard something worse than that before. It was like very close. It was like if somebody did this, it was like that. It was like very loud, and this was going back a year ago. I think Jules, Bex Adventures, has still got the video on her channel, so if it's still on there, then definitely go and check it out. Yeah, definitely drop it in the comments if you heard that. I don't know what it was until I played the video back, that noise. Definitely sounded like something on railings over the other side. Really can't make a definition to what it even was. Well, I can rationalise it could have been something from the ceiling. If there is anybody here, come on, just don't be afraid to communicate now. If we have no luck, guys, in the minute, I'm going to move further on. I'm thinking about going at least 1,000 metres into the tunnel, because that is actually where I've had quite a lot of the activity when doing things like this. And I know when people have walked through the tunnel, they said, well, they haven't witnessed nothing. But you've got to stand here for quite a while and, you know, keep standing and listening. Sometimes you hear things, sometimes you don't. It's a weird place, this, and I am going to rationalise now, not all the time, it might not be ghost activity like when you hear voices, and the voices coming down the air shaft, sound does travel. As you know, sound travels really fast, so if there's someone talking above the road and it goes down the air shaft somehow, it can travel down it, but it can sound very faint, as if like someone's talking. You do have to rationalise things like that. Not all the time can there be ghosty stuff, but there's things like that you have to take into account when doing things like this. But obviously when you're hearing things banging on the other side and weird things like that, then obviously you've got to find other explanations for what there could be. It's just really weird. So right, could you talk for me? Do you reckon you'll be able to talk to me? I mean, you didn't hear that. This is what I mean, when you're down here on your own, you get the creeps. That is really... Okay, Drew, settle down. Don't spook yourself. If you guys didn't hear that, then there's no joke, that was really close. It was like it was from where my bike is on that corner. What the hell was that? Okay, things are getting weird now. So if that was you making that noise, you made this bizarre noise, what I could hear from the other side. Would you like to do that again for me? Sounds like a very, I don't know, once again, I really don't know whether it's coming from the air shaft, because just a little bit further there is an air shaft what goes up to the top of there's the Warren's Hall or bungalow, but there could be sound travelling from down there. But I heard a whistle, so it could have, once more rationalising, it could have been a whistle from a dog walker whistling the dog. It's hard to know. So if there was somebody whistling, could you do it again for me? That noise, whatever that was, really has shut me up. I just need to bring the chill levels down a bit. Once again, I really don't know whether it's coming from the air shaft, because just a little bit further there is an air shaft what goes up to the top of it's the Warren's Hall or bungalow. But there could be sound travelling from down there. But I heard a whistle, so it could have once more rationalised it. It could have been a whistle from a dog walker whistling the dog. It's hard to know. So if there was somebody whistling, could you do it again for me? That noise, whatever that was, really has shut me up. I just need to bring the chill levels down a bit. So right, we've moved further inside the tunnel. You can just see these little inways. This is actually where horses used to back against the wall, and on this side here, so they would have backed against the wall so people could pass all the way through. Let's see what we can hear from here. It's much more darker this side, which is actually why we are using much more brighter lights. Let's just see what we can hear and witness. So if there is a spirit here, do you want to come forward now and communicate with me? If you'd like to come to the camera once more, talk maybe. I heard that. Hopefully I picked that up. Sounded like a voice, I'm not too sure. Was there anybody murdered here? Did anybody die here? Maybe a worker who died constructing the tunnel? So what I'm going to do is get the K2 meter back out, and I'm going to get off the phone out, and we're going to try a bit of necrophonic application. It seems every time I put that app on we get some really good responses. It seems to set everything alive when I get it out and use it, so we'll try that, see what happens. If we don't get nothing, well, it's just a little bit of fun really this, but... and it's really creepy at the same time. Absolutely so weird. 0%. I'm not gonna lie now, I've charged that last night. There's no way that could like drain all the way down. It was working when I got out this morning. That is just really weird. That was 100%. So it looks like we're not doing necrophonic today then. I just had that water from the ceiling drip in my mouth. It's horrible. A ton of water just come flying from the middle of nowhere right up there. Not gonna lie, that was horrible. But right, got our K2 meter set up. So it looks like we're gonna have to come back at a later date, maybe in the winter, try this again once more, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, our necrophonic will be working then. So it's a shame we can't do nothing like that today. So obviously the phone's drained for some reason, and it was a definite 100% when I come out. So again, that is a weird thing once more. It was working when I come out because I tested it to see if everything was working to come down to do this stuff, and it was, so that's a bit of a strange one. So I think I'm going to sweep my mouth with water in a minute, because that is just completely horrible. I can taste like damp, mould, bits of like brick on my mouth. It's just disgusting. So I think we'll just stick with the questions and see what we can pick up on the camera. I think it's the only thing we can do today really, but we'll see what happens. So if you want to come forward and communicate with me, would you like to say anything else to me while you're here? Can you see me here in this tunnel? Do you know I'm present today? Yeah, something again then. If my camera's picked that up, then that's definitely strange. I can hear you, if that is you talking. Where you just sort of see picking the K2 up. Still going wild. Look at that. That really doesn't make sense, look at that. As you can just see, it's gone. There's nothing there now at all. That was really weird, that was. Right, let's carefully go down. No, that's an absolutely strange one. So right, the weather's made a really bad turn out there. It's raining really bad. The wind's sort of picking up a little bit, but I've come all the way back out because my torches were dying. They were going really dim, so I couldn't barely see a thing as I was coming out. So we come back by the entrance and I've got my K2 meter out, and surprisingly enough, this has been going up all of a sudden from different times, which is really strange. I mean, very strange to the things that have happened in there, like the noises further down the bottom, hearing all these little bits and pieces and weird things. I am going to come back in the winter, so stay tuned, definitely will make a return on this one. But yeah, drop it in the comments if you did hear anything that I might have missed, any EVPs, any noises, but whatever that was down there really creeped me out. So you can just see all the weather conditions at the moment, all the rain dripping all the way down. It's gone absolutely horrible now. So I'm actually waiting for it to settle down a bit. I might go and take a look at the bakery, because there was a massive fire down by Blowers Green. I think it was the bakery that set on fire, I believe. So I might go and check that out, take some pictures, I might put that on Facebook. But yeah, see you soon, and stay tuned for any more videos upcoming. I am going to do more exploring the Black Country, so stay tuned for those. But from me, the Midlands Outdoors, take care.